What's up, guys? Dan and I are heading to Chicago today. We're meeting up with this group called AMI. Hey, what's AMI stand for? Agency Management Institute. Basically, it's a group of people, group of agencies that get together.
Agency owners?
Agency owners, specifically. We're excited. I've never been to Chicago. You've been once.
Many
As Midwesterners, we're being told that that's kind of unacceptable. So here we go. We're in Chicago, and these lights are cool.
I feel like I'm in a skating rink right now.
I would love to have rollerblades on right now.
No, not rollerblades. The actual, the 4 wheels. You know, maybe do a little limbo.
It feels a little bit 90s-esque right now, though. Here's the question. What are you expecting to get out of this AMI event?
Guidance.
Guidance?
And affirmation.
I just want to be praised.
I don't need people to like me. I just want them to praise me. Little Michael Scott for you.
Michael Scott. Guidance. What do you mean by guidance?
For just some of our challenges. You know, we have to present on some of our biggest challenges. Hopefully these other agency owners can shed insight. You know, we can hear the 2 best words that, you know, you can hear. Me too.
Me too.
Me too. Where are we going here?
I think this way. But then, I mean, I guess me too, and then like...
Me too, now go do this.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like some of these events, though, that there's this feeling of your shoe being untied?
What happened?
My shoe's untied. Traffic. Cheers, man. Take care. You take care. Good luck with school. So we started talking about it at the airport, but Dan and I are always trying to make Crema better. We're really always trying to look for ways to learn from what other people have done, what's worked, what hasn't. And so I think one of the big things that we're trying to do is really just try to figure out what's that spot where maybe we're blind. We just don't even know what we could be doing better. Dan and I have never run an agency before. We've never even been in an agency before. We just built the company that we wanted to work for. And come to find out, we've put the right people in the right place, and they're doing some of the right things, I think. This conference or this group or this team is less about being a conference and more about being a conversation between company owners. And so one of the things that's interesting about this is that we get marketing companies, communication, branding, other agencies, and that's really the model that's interesting and why we were intrigued to be a part of this group. So we're excited. We're a little nervous because you just never know walking into something new whether or not the group's going to be good. But from what we've heard from other people that have been a part of the organization, it's a great organization and make some good connections and hopefully make the company better. Dan's, we got a room. Let's go eat. We just finished up having a legit Chicago pizza, deep dish. It was pretty good. The group today, super solid. I was surprised. I learned a lot. Most of the other teams are in marketing or advertising, but I like it. We're really thinking about verticals and some of the ways that we think about our financials. Chicago, never been here before, but one of the people that's with us had the opportunity to stay in the Trump Tower. It's 2016, there's an election going on that happens to deal with a person that has the last name of Trump. We can't not go to the Trump Tower. You're staying in the Trump Tower, yes?
Yes, I am.
And you have a suite in the Trump Tower.
I have a suite. Thank you, Donald Trump, for the nice suite.
Yeah, right.
Woo!
The whole group is going back to check out her suite in the Trump Tower.
That's right, we're gonna party.
We couldn't afford the water in her room.
It's like $45 for a bottle of water called Sparkle.
Kind of ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Holy words. Words that my kids can't see on
yeah. Right?
So if you've ever wondered what it's like to stay in one of Trump's real estate investments, this is it, $178, and a friend will get you, this place is pretty legit, not gonna lie.
Hold on, I need an opener.
Hold on, am I allowed to post this on social media with who you are?
How can you not?
He's got his own wine.
It's Trump wine.
Trump wine.
I just need to find some
Hold
Trump
on,
sticks.
Trump
not giving that away.
robe. Yeah, don't open that, please, because we don't want to insult our friends. It is morning time. So, had dinner with the group, met the most of the rest of the crew. So there's a company in Maine, Philadelphia, Austin, Omaha, Omaha, Des Moines, Minneapolis. Good group of people. It's gonna be interesting to kind of see the different challenges that each of them have and the kind of different focuses that they have. I think there's some things that we can learn from kind of how they do things and apply it to maybe how we do things and what we do differently. Sweet spot. We've never been here before. Say what? Him probably more than I am. Good spot. Good people. Chicago. It was fun. Takeaways. AMI group. I approve and endorse this idea of getting together with other agencies, sharing ideas, sharing what works, share what doesn't, being able to share your challenges, which I think is pretty awesome. Because the reality is like we have a ton of challenges, and they have different challenges, and we can kind of speak into them, and they can speak into us, and it's awesome. We're the only design and development group in the space. A bunch of other teams do websites, and they do lots of marketing, media, ad buys. Learned a lot about that in the last 2 days. Talked a little bit about how we can market Crema. That's kind of our biggest challenge that we're talking about right now, is how to fill our pipe, since we are the most project-to-project based company that was there. Everybody else had retainers. And then the question is there a way for us to do retainers? Great group. Love this city. Want to come back here. Beautiful weather right now.
Good weekend. Met a lot of cool
What's your
people.
number one takeaway?
Number one takeaway, how to understand the health of your business through some good financial ratios that help set targets, but also kind of get your company gathered around those targets so they all understand if we hit these, then our company's doing great. If not, if we're off, what adjustments can we make? Whether it's cost management, increasing revenue, all sorts of stuff.
My key takeaways was more around the idea of making sure your pricing is correct.
Yes.
Thinking about our expenses. The kind of the last takeaway I had was thinking about just creating more content.
Yes.
I'm excited to do that, but just need to do more of it. Yeah.
The device must remain powered off, not connected to any power source, and visible for the duration of the flight. We appreciate your cooperation.
We're on the plane home.
I got
Bye, Chicago.
Welcome aboard American Airlines flight number 1161.
So the last time I was in Chicago, I saw a famous guy. Obviously not famous enough for me to remember his name, but I know I saw a famous guy. I think he was an actor.